pray for clear heads and clear minds. We thank you for our health, and Lord, we just pray for continued health for our friends and families. Lord, be with us as we do the business of the City of Shafter and the Planning Commission tonight. Amen. Okay. As far as commissioners present, we have 3 here. Do we have any on YouTube? Okay, so please note that Franz, Wiebe, and Nunless are present. We'll now move on to approval of the agenda. Entertain a motion.
Make a motion, we approve the agenda.
I second. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, moving right along, we'll open up public comment. This portion of the meeting is reserved for persons wanting to address the commission on matters not listed on this agenda. Is there anybody who would wish to have an item in public comment? Okay, seeing none, we will close public comment and move right into the public hearing. We have 1 item tonight, and that item is number 1, specific plan amendment number 21-04. We will ask the staff.
Well, thank you, Chairman Franz. Honorable Commission. This item is specific plan amendment 2104, which is an amendment to the Gossamer Grove specific plan to make minor changes to the circulation plan, land use configuration, and associated text corrections. The changes to the circulation plan include, and could you go to the next slide, please? To give you a sense, we'll first talk about the changes to the circulation plan. So this is the existing Gossamer Grove circulation plan. If you can go to the next slide. This show, well, next slide. Oh, I'm sorry, go back. One more forward. Oh, one more. That's it. Thank you. Sorry about that. So the changes to the circulation plan include terminating Stone Creek Drive at the east side of Gossamer Grove Boulevard, adding a divided collector road, Kellington Drive, changing Soaring Heights Way west of Gossamer Grove Boulevard from a local road to an undivided collector road, extending Soaring Heights Way west and north to cross property owned by the North Kern Water Storage District at a 90-degree angle, eliminating Red Creek Drive north of Stone Creek Drive, changing the northern leg of Meandering Way Loop from a divided to an undivided collector, and finally providing an alternative street design if the high-speed rail alignment or the high-speed rail itself is not constructed. Go ahead and go to the next slide, please. There are also land use changes that are a part of this specific plan. So this is the existing land use map currently for the Gossamer Grove specific plan area. If you could go to the next slide. And these are the proposed revisions to the Gossamer Grove specific plan. Specifically, they're going to remove 19.2 acres of North Kern Water Storage District property from the specific plan total gross acreage. They're going to reduce the estate zoned area by 5.6 acres. They're going to reduce the low density residential area by 17.2 acres. And they are going to relocate 2 parks from west of Cotton Creek Drive to north and east of the realigned Soaring Heights Way. The reasons for the circulation plan and land use configuration changes are because North Kern Water Storage District currently has an existing east-west 100-foot wide easement along the north side of Stone Creek Drive. Also because another reason is because North Kern Water Storage District is implementing a policy that requires all roads to cross their canals at a 90-degree angle. Additionally, there's some existing equipment of North Kern Water Storage District that has to be accounted for, some above grade equipment. And so some of these movements in the circulation plan or land use in the circulation plan are to accommodate these above grade existing facilities. And finally, another reason is that these redesigns are to accommodate accommodate the high-speed rail alignment while at the same time providing an alternative street design to reestablish connection to residential north of Stone Creek Drive if the high-speed rail is not constructed. With that, staff, if you go to the last slide. That staff recommends the Planning Commission adopt Resolution 22389, a resolution certifying the addendum to the Certified Final Program EIR, which is part of your package, which analyzed the environmental impacts of approving this specific plan amendment. And staff also recommends adopting Resolution 22390, a resolution recommending that the City Council approve specific Plan 2104, which makes minor changes to the circulation plan, land use configuration, and associated text corrections to the Gossamer Grove specific plan. And with that, that concludes my presentation, and staff is available to answer any questions you may have.
Commissioners, any questions to staff at this time before we open up the public hearing?
Where is the realignment for high-speed rail? Does it?
Oh, it's the actual alignment for the high-speed
Yeah.
rail. It's
Yeah.
not shown on this map.
Okay,
We can certainly make that available to you.
okay. I mean, I don't doubt that it's there. I just wanted to see it. I mean, I don't doubt that they need to take it into account. I just wanted to see it.
It runs down, if you can bring up the circulation plan. Next one. It'll run down kind of between where the UP and Gossamer Grove Boulevard exits Gossamer Grove. And it kind of angles down through that area and over towards the Laredo Canal. Next month, you'll have a map for a subdivision map that actually shows where it is on the
Okay.
little vicinity map. But that's
Is that why-
generally the area.
Right now it has that like U that's being created on the meandering way.
Yes,
And then in the kind of the, if there is no
if
high-speed rail.
there's another map, we just didn't include it.
Yeah,
If the high-speed rail doesn't end up getting built, what they did was took that U,
yeah, it's just,
kind of angled the north-south part of it over a little bit and connects over to Stone Creek Drive at least 150 feet east of where Red Creek, the green line intersects. There's some pumping equipment that ended up getting installed in the area that should have been road right of way. That was supposed to be a four-way intersection. And when North Kern put in a bunch of above ground equipment, then we couldn't build the road there anymore. So.
Okay.
You're saying if the high-speed rail don't get built, is there something?
Well, if
Yeah.
something happens, we wanted to, Kevin specifically wanted, if there's gonna be a bunch of houses in this area east of Gossamer Grove Boulevard, we wanted to have there's too many houses in there not to have a connection to Stone Creek. If the high-speed rail comes through there, the number of houses that get built in there is gonna be significantly reduced, so it could have a loop street. But if the high-speed rail doesn't come through
Okay.
for whatever reason, we wanted to have an alternative. So in your staff reports, there's the before and after pictures in the actual specific plan. You can see that the way they designed it as an alternative, just in case. So that they don't have to come back and change it again, their specific plan again.
okay,
That's all I had.
thank you. Any other questions? Okay, we'll open it up. As this is a public hearing, we'll open it up for comment. If you wish to speak in favor or against this item, please do so at this time or indicate at this time. Okay. Oh.
This is Bill Walls with Lennar. I don't know if I've got a chance to speak at this point.
Or Bill, thank you.
Yeah, I'd like to thank staff and members of the commission. Bill Walls with the VP of Land Development for Lennar Central Valley. I will kind of answer part of your question. The high-speed rail, and we met with them about 5 years ago and have not met with them since. But the high-speed rail goes through the northeasterly portion. It's on a curve. Their take would be approximately 65 acres. So that is, Steve and Suzanne mentioned, it would have a great impact on the northeasterly area, north of North Kern Water Storage District's right away. So it really comes down to whether or not they move forward with their plans. They have not come to us asking to purchase that property. Again, we met with them about 5 years ago. We've actually asked them recently for a status update, and their response was we would get back to you in about 2 years. So we're kind of in a holding pattern, unfortunately. So that the main focus of the specific plan amendment was really Soaring Heights Way and identifying the property. The specific plan was approved back in 2005, and it did not identify or show North Kern's right away, their property in the middle of our community. So we wanted to make it clear that it's not for residential use, it's their use. They have underground, large underground pipelines going through there. And one of the major change we had was that their board voted not to allow, and Steve mentioned it, anything other than a crossing at 90 degrees. So that kind of prompted us to identify their property and to show Soaring Heights at a different angle, or at a 90-degree angle, crossing the canal. So that's really part of it's kind of a cleanup. Part of it is addressing North Kern's concerns about the crossing, over their right of way, their property, and concern from them that they do have facilities in that area that they would prefer that any roadways, be some distance away from. So this was a way to accommodate them moving forward. So that's really our reason for submitting it. We appreciate all of staff's work on this. And if you have any questions, I am available for any questions you may have.
Thank you, Bill. Any questions for Bill?
Nope.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Anybody else wish to speak? I think we had 2 more on there. Okay. Seeing none, we will close the public hearing for this item and leave it up for commissioner discussion, or we'll entertain a motion. And it looks like we have 2 resolutions on this. Is that right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, no more discussion.
I have no more questions.
Okay, I'll make a motion then that we approve that the planning commission approved resolution number 22-389 and resolution number 22-390 as read. A second. Aye. Aye.
Aye. Okay, that was the only item on the public hearing, so close the public hearing. And move on to organizational business. Being a new year, we need to elect a new chairman and vice chairman. So at this time, we will open the nominations.
What I
Oh.
would say though,
Sure.
Chairman Franz, is with two commissioners out this time, we may want to defer this to the next meeting.
Sure.
It's something to consider, just so that you all have an opportunity to sort of throw your hats in the ring. That would be my unofficial sort of recommendation at this time.
Thank you.
I move that we table that till
Okay,
Second.
February meeting.
all right. Perfect. Do we need to vote on the tabling?
No, I don't think.
I don't believe so. We'll just table it for now. We'll bring it back up as an item again
Okay.
next time.
We'll move on. Is there any commissioner reports? I have nothing to report.
Nothing for me. Is anybody going to attend the online planning commissioners seminars coming up?
Wasn't planning on it. Are you?
I might.
We can always get you that information.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
get
It's
you whatever-
online.
Yeah, the whole thing's online.
Yeah, but I believe in my last email, just to the commission, just to sort of keep you abreast of items, I gave a little blurb on that. You can look back through your emails, or I can again re-forward you that.
Yeah, okay,
I'll
good.
do that again.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah.
Um,
Check my schedule.
do any other commissioners have a report?
That's in March, wasn't it?
I believe so. Let me double check for you. Because I'd like to entertain one thing, just as for your consideration, whether you guys would like a staff to put this up as perhaps a future agenda item. I know that in the past, there's been talks about taking the planning commission from 7 o'clock to 6 o'clock. And I know there was a time when there were certain members that were not willing to do that. I don't think there may be a time now that maybe perhaps with the new composition of the board to entertain that idea. And I'm just sort of opening that up on whether you guys might think that'd be worthy to entertain as a future agenda item.
That would be a lot easier for staff.
Yeah.
The reason it was turned down before, because people thought that the public would come to these meetings and it would be hard for a lot of people to come that were working, come home from work and maybe clean up a little bit and eat whatever, and wouldn't have time to get here by 6 o'clock. That was why we pretty much.
That makes sense. Again, staff is at your pleasure, whether you want to keep it at 7 as a full commission next time, or to go to 6. Maybe we'll put on an agenda item, I think, next time,
Sure.
just to consider it.
I think we should look at it again.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank
And,
you.
and that's all I had to say, guys.
Thank
Thank you for your time during your reports.
Anything else? Yeah, I'll entertain
Nothing
a motion to adjourn.
I move.
Second.
All right, we are adjourned.